Hey Shalloners, welcome back. I want to do a special video to talk about Kim Kardashian's latest naked photo scandal. I know, which one? Which of the 10,000 naked Kim pictures are we talking about? We could talk, any year in the next 100, we could probably talk about Kim's naked body. But today we're talking about some racy Instagrams she recently posted right after the birth of her daughter, Chicago. Don't even get me started on that name, you'll never hear the end of it. I guarantee they're gonna call her Shy, like Shy Town, it's gonna be the Shy, like we get it, cool. Anyway, before I get started, just wanna remind you guys that the best way to submit questions to me now is a new thing I'm doing. It's the app Instant Go. You can download it for free and find me on there. My username is ShallonXO and submit your question via the chat feature. It's only $2 a message, which is literally cheaper than anyone else is doing. And unlike anyone else on the app, or in the world, actually, unless you can prove me wrong, I guarantee to reply in 24 hours. And if I've ever replied to you before, you know I write like huge paragraphs. You're not getting like a stock answer and an emoji. That's not what I do. Anyway, let's talk about Kim. So speaking of messages from you guys, you know, Kim's photos have been like stirring up some controversy. If you haven't seen them, she's like posed in a robe that's open, boobs blurred out. She's on a bed, her ass is out, just boobs, ass, the typical Kardashian thing. But people are like, have their tail in a twist because for one, she has a new baby at home. Two, she's 36. Three, people are just always have a lot to say about Kim. But I got a message from one of you guys, it was so interesting. You're like, I don't care what Kim does, she can live her life, she can post or not. But my friend decided to post all these slutty photos on Instagram and said, well, hey, if Kim can do it, so can I. Is she right? That's when I knew I was like, this needs a video. We're going to the internet. So, yes and no. You can post whatever you want on the internet. This is a fact. We all know that this is a fact. Here's the problem though. Is posting a Kim Kardashian thirst trap going to further your personal goals? And you're probably thinking, well, my goal is the same as Kim's, okay? I wanna be, you know, I wanna celebrate my body, I wanna show it off, and I wanna be confident, I wanna feel sexy. This is your mistake. That's not Kim's goal. That's not Kim's goal. Kim Kardashian doesn't need anyone to tell her she's sexy. She is a card-carrying clinical narcissist. She knows, like she knows, like she knows, she is sexy. That well is all filled up. And if it is a little bit depleted, it takes very little to get her back to the top because inherently her core belief is she is the baddest bitch in the world. So Kim's goal isn't to like feel confident and assert that necessarily. It's to stir up controversy because this is what she does for a living. She's not an actress. She's not a writer, she's not a singer, she's not a philanthropist, she's not an inventor, she's not a fashion designer, she's not an explorer. She is a celebrity. She's a celebrity. And the bread and butter of someone like her is just press. Any press is good press. They're talking about you is better than not talking about you. So she constantly has to keep this machine going to generate interest. Notice that she put all this out while she's preparing to launch a new fragrance line in 2 weeks. That's not a coincidence. I bet she took those photos 6 months ago. I bet they're not new at all. She's been saving this to build up the fever, to drive eyes to her to sell her product. She's smart that way because she knows she can't go out there and give these like incredible speeches and like appeal to people. That's not her gift. Her gift is her body and she's going to use that. So she's not doing this for confidence. She's doing this to make money and to further the Kardashian machine, which like is cool, but it's also kind of sad because like that machine is going to crap out eventually. People don't want to see 50-year-old titties. I don't care how good they are. They don't want to see them. There's a tipping point that occurs where it's like kind of like sad and weird. And for some people, they look at her and that's already occurred. They think it's already sad and weird. People have this idea that if you're over 30, if you're a mother, if whatever, you can't be doing this stuff. I don't subscribe to that. I think she looks insane, incredible. Bitch, get out there and do it. Post that. If you worked hard on your body, show it off. Like we as women are allowed to celebrate publicly, like so few things. We're allowed to celebrate a pregnancy, which, cool, there's a parasite swimming around inside you, feeding off its host for 9 months as it destroys your body. No thank you, I don't wanna hear about it. They're allowed to celebrate a baby, also disgusting, no thank you. Or like an engagement and marriage. Like, wow, how many pictures do I need to see of you posed against like a chain link fence in front of train tracks in your flat brown boots and chunky cable knit sweater? No thanks. Like, I don't consider any of those things a real accomplishment. They're a life event, and if you're happy, I'm happy, great. But people hitch their self-esteem to those things and never shut the fuck up about it. I did have several people say that I shouldn't talk so much about the books that I've written. How many times have you guys who've been following this channel ever heard me talk about my books? So rarely. I don't bring them up, and that's a hell of an accomplishment. I had my first book deal at 23. We're gonna talk about my book today. It's called X's and O's. This is my most recent one. Pick it up on Amazon. But we're not allowed to celebrate things. And if you work really hard in your body and lose a lot of weight, you can only celebrate that under the umbrella of fitness, Transformation Tuesday, Flashback Friday, TBT. You can't just be I am a hot bitch, look at this, and recognize it. I don't agree with that. I think if you feel good, you should get out there and do it. However, I say this as an adult. Kim is also an adult. And I'm not saying we're adults because kids are stupid and you guys shouldn't be thinking about that. Not at all. Not at all. The difference is I don't have anyone to please. Neither does Kim. We don't have to go to school tomorrow and be with the exact same group of people every single day. When you're young, the number one thing you want is to fit in. It is a biological, psychological fact. This is the top of the little pyramid that you need. Social inclusion needs. You want to feel normal. Boys like you the way they like everyone else. Boys are going to kiss you like they kiss everyone else. You got into a school that everyone approves of. You are shipped. The boxes are checked. And that's how it should be. That is youth. That's what that is. But when you graduate and when you become an adult and you get out there, you're free. You're free of all that. You never have to try to do that again. Never. If you become the right kind of adult, you can go and live whatever kind of life you want. And if you do it really right, you live many different kinds of lives. I live in New York City, and tonight I could have on a Marquesa dress and be at a society party at the Plaza. Tomorrow I can be in cutoff jeans and cowboy boots, drinking pickleback shots at Brother Jimmy's. The night after that, I could be wearing weird eyeliner at a sex club and in a wig in Brooklyn, maybe like I was last week. Because that's what New York City is. You can be whoever you want here. And you can be as many different people in as many different days as you want. When you're young, you don't have that. So how does this relate to Kim's photos? Well, we as in adults, we don't have this circle of judgment every single day, this fishbowl looking at us where there's one bitch, one girl named Kelsey, and God damn it, she decides who's cool and who's not. And Lord help you if she thumbs downs you. Or maybe it's a guy who's doing that. And then if you're pigeonholed into this box of the slut, the dork, the prude, the whatever, or just even worse, someone who doesn't even exist, there is no feedback about you. It's so hard to get out of that. I actually have a video on how to escape your bad reputation. Check that out. But when you're an adult, you don't have that. So you can be whoever you want. But so when you're young, don't tell yourself I want the same things Kim wants, because no, she doesn't want to fit in. I don't want to fit in. I don't care. Fit into who? There isn't just one group of people that I need to wedge myself in. It's fit into New York City? Okay. When you're an adult, that doesn't exist. And you're going to lie to yourself and you're going to hurt yourself if you say it doesn't exist while you're in high school and college, because it does. I know it's unfair. I know. It's so unfair. It's also unfair that you can't eat pizza 3 times a day and still lose weight, but you just cannot. Life is not fair. I don't make these rules. I just tell them to you so that you can learn them and use them to your advantage. If you want to post those thirst traps, wait till after you graduate. You're still going to be hot. I swear to God. Kim's hot at 36. You're going to be hot at 22. You're fine. So analyze, do I live in an environment where this is probably not going to go over that well? Could this give the wrong information about me? Because what I've always said about social media, it's a commercial for your life. And you have to make sure that commercial is sending the right message. And the way to know if a commercial is sending the right message, first and foremost, is to know your audience. Who's buying what you're selling? For me, the audience is huge. It's just like adults at large, people, whatever. My audience a lot of you guys follow me on social media, so I try not to be a huge asshole on there because I'm trying to set a good example, but I also try to set the example. It's like, look, like if I feel sexy, I want to post it. If I want to be a bitch and someone claps at me, you rattle my cage, you better believe I'm all bite and no bark. Yeah. But when you're in school, that isn't the case. There is a finite audience. And again, it's not fair, but you have to decide, like, is this going to further your social goals? Also, like I said, Kim's a celebrity and she's thriving off controversy. That's not what you want. Like, any press is good press. Like, that isn't the case, because when you get a bad reputation, the worst thing about it is that we carry it on ourselves. Someone might call you a slut like once at the lunch table or whatever. That word is going to drill itself into your brain, and you're going to say it in the back of your mind for the rest of your life. Someone calls you a fag, a dork, fat, stupid, retarded, whatever it is. And then you're going to carry on for them. I'm fat, I'm stupid, I'm retarded, I'm a slut, I'm just a slut. And you're going to start to live that label, and it's going to ruin your life. It's not going to ruin a year. It's not going to ruin 5 years. It's going to ruin your entire life, because you're going to be making decisions based on this false narrative in your mind that someone has planted there and that you've taken hold and continued. So while it may seem all fun and games to post slutty pictures, this is the ripple effect it can have. And it's hard to see that when you look at someone like Kim, or I flatter myself to think you look at my Instagram and say goals, but you look at Kim and I'm lumping myself in, and it's like, I want that confidence. I want that devil may care attitude. We can have that because the consequences are so much smaller. The consequences are not that for you. And don't kid yourself, because that, again, it's like eating the pizza and expecting to lose weight. You can tell yourself whatever you want. It's not going to change the outcome. So, just to recap, if you want to show off your body, show yourself off, hey, no one's going to stop you. Do it in a classy way that is also going to further your social goals. You can do both. You don't have to have robe open, tits out, nipples blurred to let people know you're a sexual person. Remember, confidence is quiet. The loudest person in a room, the loudest person on social media is the weakest. I hope this has been helpful. If you guys enjoyed the video, click like and subscribe, and always comment. I love to see what you guys have to say, and go to the community tab. That's where I've been interacting with you guys a lot. And like I said, if you have a love question of your own, find me on the Instant Go app. It's free in the App Store. Find me at Shallon XO and submit your question through chat, and I guarantee a response in 24 hours. I know. I guarantee that because I really just like talking with you guys. So come find me. I'll be there.